Hi everyone, it's Georgie here from Her Hair, My Head. I've got a new phone. It's really good. The camera is amazing. So that is a separate issue. I've come on today because I wanted to talk about 3 of the different colours from my luxury range of 8x8 toppers. These are 3 blonde/bronde colours. So I just wanted to talk about them a bit more and show you what they look like on a real person, and also show off my amazing new phone camera. As you can see, this is my bio hair, so ignore that. So this is the first one, and she is called Elizabeth, and she is a really gorgeous sort of creamy blonde. She's not warm, she is a bit ashy but kind of neutral toned, and then she's got what's called a shadow root, which is essentially a slightly darker blonde root, but it's very natural looking. I've got this piece in stock, which is 18 to 19 inches long. You can have her in different lengths. It takes a little bit of time because she is one of my Palooka Salon signature colours, which means when I get the piece from my supplier, it then goes off to Francesca at Palooka Salon, and she creates this amazing colour. So you're not going to be able to get it next week. Well, you can have this one, but if you want a different length, you'll have to wait a bit for it. But it's so worth the wait. I mean, it's not necessarily my colour. I might wear this in the summer when I have a bit of a tan, but it's absolutely gorgeous. It's got these really natural, subtle blonde highlights. I'll take off the cap to show you. So another thing to note is all of the toppers that are in my luxury 8x8 range are given girls' names. So that 2 of them are named after my daughters, and others are named after my friends. And that's just so each colour has its own name. I've just put on the website a range of 5x6 mono toppers. Now these are from a different supplier. So I've decided to call them basically what their colour is. So there's black, there's dark brown, there's medium brown, there's ashy sun-kissed blonde, there's warm sun-kissed blonde. And the reason I've done that is because I don't want there to be any confusion between the luxury range colours and the mono tops, because they're from a different supplier, so the colours will vary slightly. So if you're going to buy something from the luxury range, it's going to have a girl's name which correlates to the colour. So for example, this is Elizabeth. But if you buy something from the 5x6 mono range or the mini toppers that are coming out soon, they will be just named by their basic colour. So here's Elizabeth. So she's an 8x8 cap. She has a small comb. I know some people don't like combs, but I'm now a comb convert because I don't have much hair here. The comb just slides in and just gives me a bit of extra grip, and it's a small one, so it doesn't add any bulk. So this is your silk top, and then the rest is wefts. I think that they are really nice and flat and give a natural looking density. I wouldn't call them low density because I have steered away from offering low density pieces because the ones that I've tried from other brands are too sparse, particularly at the back. Whereas what I like about these is they're not sparse at the back. You can't see the wefts, but they give you enough coverage without being too full. So they're a nice sort of natural looking density. So there's Elizabeth. So the next piece that I'm going to show you is Florence. Now Florence is a warm blonde. So let's pop her on. She's got a slightly darker root. Now this piece that I've got in stock is slightly shorter than Elizabeth, and actually a better match to the ends of my bio hair are quite warm. They're growing out, but they're more of a warm blonde than a sort of neutral or ashy blonde. So again, she's got a shadow root, but this is a slightly more darker. I'd still call it dark blonde. I wouldn't call it a brown root. And this piece that I've got in stock is 16 to 17 inches long. So you'll notice it's maybe not as noticeable on this Elizabeth, but the luxury pieces have long layers. So we don't sell them as one length. They will come with this lovely layering through them. So if I just take off, just to compare the two, you can see this is a really sort of creamy, slightly cooler blonde compared to Florence, who is a much warmer blonde. And then you can see the difference between the shadow root on Elizabeth and the darker blonde, lighter brown root on Florence. And then I've got one more to show you. Now she is what I would call a bronde, and this is a colour that the lovely Francesca at Peluca Salon came up with for me, so I've named her Francesca. She's very similar to Florence, but she's slightly more brown, caramelly toned, and slightly darker root. So again, this piece needs a bit of styling done to it. I need to run the straighteners through her because she's been sat in a box and she's now flicking all sorts of crazy ways. So that's something you might find when you buy toppers, not just from me, but from others. When you buy human hair pieces, if they've been in a box or they've been in the post, they do sometimes come looking a bit funky, and you just have to straighten them or blow dry them or heat style them how you want. I would, if I sell this piece, I will definitely sort out these kinks before I post it out. But so this is a really nice, what I would call a bronde. It's kind of a brown and a blonde. It's got a dark root. So the length of this one is about 13 to 14 inches. So let's move my hair out of the way so you can see. So it's kind of, it just hits your shoulders. But again, this is one of my signature colours. So you can, if you see one of these colours and think, oh, I really love that, but I don't want one this short, you can contact me and order a longer piece. It just takes a bit of time, probably a month, I'd say, because I've got to order it from my supplier and then I've got to fit it in with Francesca to be coloured. So let's show you this one, which is Francesca, next to, they look very similar on film, so Francesca and Florence. So as you can see, Francesca is just that bit more light brown, caramelly brown. They've got quite a similar coloured root. In fact, Francesca might correct me and say the root's exactly the same. But Florence is more blonde, warm blonde, and Francesca is caramel blonde, I would say. And then let's just see if I can get one more in the frame. And there we have lovely light Elizabeth. That's all my blondes at the moment. I do actually have one more, which I forgot to get out, but as I can see her right here, who is Stephanie, who's strawberry blonde. So she doesn't have a root at the moment. She is a really lovely colour. I'll put her on, but this colour doesn't suit me in the slightest. I don't think. And this one is 12 inches, so she's much shorter than my bio hair. But she is this just lovely, really super warm strawberry blonde. Now, this one obviously hasn't got a root, but if you wanted a root put in, I can easily sort that out for you. Again, it's just a case of time because it needs to be sent off to Francesca, who will then put the root in. So yeah, that's another warmer blonde. And Francesca and I are working on a ashy, cool blonde who will be called Victoria. And hopefully in the new year, she'll be ready. If you have any questions, please get in touch. And I hope that's been handy and useful, because I know quite often it's hard to just look at photos online and see the colours. But if you are unsure about colour, you want to send me photos, or you want to have a video chat, just get in touch and then we can source the right colour for you. Thank you.